Hello, welcome to the Crystal Claire channel, and I am sharing today, this is the third video in a series of videos I'm doing about Oprah, the Maui Fund, what that's about, The Rock a little bit, but really ultimately my guides brought me to Hollywood as a whole. The writer's strike even is talked about, and I'm going to start out by sharing just a little bit more about Oprah and her spirituality. So what my guides shared with me is that she really is heavily leaning into her spirituality, her spiritual beliefs, which helps her balance the other things that she's done and is doing that aren't good, that are not positive. And I'm just touching on in here with Oprah, her soul contracts. So we all have soul contracts. I've learned. I didn't believe in any of this stuff before. I started channeling, and now this is what I do in my day job, is channel soul contracts for people around the globe, and I support people in aligning to their highest path and understanding their life blueprint that they created before they came. And one of Oprah's soul contracts in this lifetime is whether or not you actually complete the soul contract is up to us, and if we don't, we have to do it again in another lifetime, something similar. And our soul chooses this. Our soul chooses this for evolvement and lessons. But one of her soul contracts is to use her fame and fortune for good. Not the good that's in the news. Not writing books, spirituality books. Not giving away cars. No. It's. You'll have to watch the first two videos to really understand what I'm referring to here. But it's to do good by using her fame. People love her all around the globe, and use that fame to share truth with people and share what she knows that will help the collective. And she's choosing not to do that, and she continues to be given choice points. Her soul continues to bring her choice points for her to do that, and she so far hasn't done that. I know, Oprah, you can do it. And what they showed me is that she may lose a lot of her fortune, she may lose all her fortune, but her fame is she would be instrumental in supporting the collective and humans across the globe by using her fame to share truth. Let's see, the next thing that they brought me to, so moving on from Oprah, talked about Ellen DeGeneres in the last video a little bit too, so interesting, don't know, they brought them both together. Also, they talked about the writer's strike, but first they shared with me what Hollywood is, what Hollywood really is. And what they shared with me is that the people who are at the very top of the pyramid of this globe, of our planet, the people who, the richest people, the conglomerate own corporation type situations, that back in the day, they, especially before technology, they really leaned on religion to spread the messages and to keep people in line, is how my guides say it. So they would start at the top and they would send down through the religious ranks, all religions. This is what we wanted. This is what we want you to tell people. They're saying mostly Christianity and Catholicism, but they're saying this is what we want you to tell people. This is the messaging, and it was always an agenda. It's always for a purpose. And by the time it got to the people who are preaching the message in front of people, even them, many of them believed it as well. But then they moved to politics, and they created laws and that benefit the few and not the many, and people started looking to politicians for answers and help and support. But people have, over time, they said, lost faith in religion and lost faith in politicians. So they, however long ago, decided to create like a false idol, basically, is what they're saying. And they created Hollywood. And what they did is they knew long term, they knew exactly what they were doing. It started out small, right? But they created this network, this system that is not only distracting from reality, but also people began to become addicted to it, and they turned to Hollywood for guidance, and meaning, like you'll see you'll see famous people promoting insurance products or medicine or whatever, right? This is what they always intended for Hollywood, is to make certain people famous so that they can be the face of certain agendas. It's just so wild. It's so wild. I never know what they're going to show me when I get in here and start channeling. So what they showed me is that, I'm tracking the time here in my notes. What they showed me is that, where do I start? I go into this in my first and second video with Oprah, but they identify people that they believe have, you know, the ingredients to become, the face of certain messages or to promote certain things, right? That will gain public favor is what they're saying. So they go into contract with these people promising fame and fortune, help them climb the ranks in exchange for doing things, in exchange for doing stuff. And each person, each famous person or you know, destined to be famous person is handled a little bit differently based on male, female belief systems, upbringing, etc. They're very, very smart. They're very, very crafty. They know how to pull people in, and then they use them based on their audience and based on who loves them and their fame, etc. They use them to promote certain things, which is I explain this more in my other videos. They did this during COVID with Oprah, for instance. Just an example, not about COVID. And so what they're saying is that with the rise of the influencer, Hollywood, they're losing control. Among other reasons, they're losing control. And so there's this free for all in Hollywood right now, which is connected to the writer's strike. There's this free for all in Hollywood right now, trying to figure out how to best leverage the fame in Hollywood to control and manipulate and guide people in the direction they want them to go. Not only the influencer, but with people not going to the movies anymore, now you've got 5,000 choices on TV, and so it's hard for them to predict and tell, like, who are people going to look to, who are people going to take their word for something, right? And so they're losing control. And there's a lot of they're like grasping at straws. There's a lot of turmoil and chaos happening right now at the top. And Hollywood is feeling it. Hollywood is feeling that chaos, which is part of what the writer's strike's about. I'm going to have to wrap this video up for the sake of time, but in a nutshell, we've moved from religion to politics to Hollywood to be the guiding force in guiding people to where these people at the top want us to go, but they're losing control, and we're going to continue to see chaos happening. So thank you for being here. Please drop any specific questions that you want me to channel on below on this topic or others. And like I said, everything I share here is completely channeled. And even though everything I'm sharing is channeled, I have to say this is for fun and entertainment. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.